You are playing the Stanley Parable. The, the Stanley Parable, you said. It was free on Epic Games, so I got it. I don't know what it's about. It's a game. All I know is like someone talks to you. End is never the end, is never the. Oh. So all I know is about this game is a guy tells you what to do and stuff, and you just puzzles. It's supposed to be funny. I assume it's funny. It better be funny. Spent $0 on it. Like I was saying, it's a guy talking to you, and it tests your realization of reality. And
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Huh?
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
He was happy doing his job.
And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Okay, so...
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Perhaps. Or, because of Corona, everyone's just gone. I don't know what the meeting room is. I guess I just...
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Okay.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
I feel like I'm supposed to not follow what this guy's saying. There's probably like multiple endings, I can tell. Room closet.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
I gotta follow him. I gotta follow what he's saying.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, what dark secret was being held from him. What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
2, 4, I don't, Bob. Huh? I'm sorry, oh. Oh, wow.
Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
I don't know what's happening. I gotta follow what he's saying. Oh my. You see, I'm already confused. I feel like I should have just, like I did earlier, take the detour to the lounge, you know? Looks like we gotta go into no rule mode.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him?
I don't know.
This question would not go unanswered for long. Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Escape. That doesn't look great. I can't really see.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
I think this has a bigger secret to it than I think.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing. This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true.
Was I for what?
Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
I guess, man.
No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the control.
What did I do? Did I win?
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine. Unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had
Maybe
he
they
been
died,
freed
I
from the
don't know.
machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him. For it was not knowledge or even power. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
I can't.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Beat the game. That didn't go as I wanted it to.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. Wow. Yes, this room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Warning. Do not jump from the motion will cause death.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
Who's her?
This is it, Stanley.
Wait, no.
Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your life. She's been waiting. That's her, Stanley.
Stanley's no simp, alright? I know Stanley. He's a great guy. Loves pretzels.
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
I don't know how to talk to girls.
Gotcha. Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife who'd want to commit their life to you? I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here. This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley. Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence.
Okay, fine.
Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do. Now he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch.
This guy's controlling me.
Home.
No. You can't control me. You can't control me. I'm Joshua Butter. Okay, but what if
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Okay, this is maybe a mistake. This is kind of scary. I think it's going perfectly well.
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here, it's, left.
Left? Oh. He was.
Oh, no, it's to the right, my mistake.
Frick you, it's gonna be that door.
No,
Yep,
not the right.
Open it already,
Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please?
My guy doesn't even know the script.
Let's see, we went down, right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
A car? Okay. I don't know where it's taking me. What the? This is the same thing!
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay. We just have to get back to, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay, from the top.
No. That's another ending. That's the BS ending.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley... Wait, what? No, I restarted. I swear I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Oh, did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you move the story somewhere or... Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
Alright, first of all, you ain't even gonna do that. I don't know. They look like they go the same way. These look like the original ones, and that total abyss. Oh crap, I made a mistake. It's a freaking maze.
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again?
No.
Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this.
Oh,
okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
No, that didn't happen. I just looped back. Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I feel like every time he says it again, he's just changing in the way. Oh, now there's no doors.
Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
Yeah, back the other direction. Back. Oh, yeah. That makes sense. Watch, it's gonna change again. 'Cause that's what he does I don't know. I don't know how far back I'm supposed to be going. Okay.
Aha! I knew we'd miss something. The story. Here it comes.
The story.
No, wait, never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
This guy's like making me do some serious cardio, and this is not good.
Now this... Well, I'll be honest, I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley?
Oh, yeah.
Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win! Yes! Congratulations! I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off, so good job.
Thank you.
Oh, no. No,
what?
I don't feel right about this at all.
I feel right.
We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win.
I did. I walked around an office.
Fair and square, and this was not one of those situations. Okay, I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart. All right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line. Just follow the line. How simple is that?
No, it was this way. This guy's an idiot. Okay, I guess I actually have to follow the line. His dumb line.
You see? The line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny. Though, here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story?
I don't know how to
Simply by
do
the
that.
act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Whoa.
Oh.
Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
I don't know where the line's going. It's a flickering light. I don't know where I'm going. It's getting more ominous the more I go. I'm getting scared, I don't know what's gonna happen, and I'm
Cut the music. Go back and look at that fern. Wait, what? We're back at the office? No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell?
Whoa.
Oh, no, not again. Line, how could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything we've been through, Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
No, stop restarting. Stop restarting, please. Okay, the Stanley Parable Adventure Line. Thank you. Oh.
You know what, Stanley?
Oh my.
I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for
Frick.
us? We're intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story? Something
We tried
exciting.
that. We already did, and it was boring. It was a maze.
This all sounds perfectly doable.
Okay.
Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
I don't know. This was an office before last time I checked, but I guess it's a maze now.
Yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story.
Oh.
Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be?
How did they
Go
program
wild.
something like this?
Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, whoa. Whoa, whoa, that's trippy. How did they do that? How do you program something like this? That's actually really cool.
Oh, no, not you again. Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
I can. I'm following it with my eyes, and it's hard to not acknowledge. And okay, it went away. Oh. Ah, yes.
Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control. How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute. Okay, so I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere at the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one.
I can't tell if I'm
Another
like
victory
friends
for
with this
logic.
guy or he's just
Come,
like,
Stanley, our destiny awaits.
what is this? What is this? What is this?
Oh,
The
hold
confusion.
up, what's this? The confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times? That's really how all this goes?
Stanley dies?
It's all determined?
Wait,
So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall. Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this?
I don't know.
Is it really? No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting.
And there
I don't
it
want to
is gone
forget what's
after a long
going on.
time. Stanley
I don't want to be
dies.
trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it.
Can you please do it?
And the timer stopped? Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The, whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen?
I'm scared something like will come out
So-
the door, so I don't.
Okay. I guess now we just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story. Wouldn't you agree?
No.
I'm not quite
and
sure
I can
if
see
we're
that
in
the
the
timer is
destination
like
or the journey.
in
Though they're
front of the
always
screen.
saying
It's
that
not
life
actually
is
part of
about
it.
the journey
Oh.
and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in
Find
the
a
meantime, if
bookstore.
you do happen to have a...
I wasn't paying attention to what he's saying. I don't know what just happened.